Afternoon viewers, welcome to Bucket TV's live streaming of the final game in the Tri-Series between Samoa, Rarotonga and Fiji. Fiji's lost their two games, so this will be whoever wins this is the inaugural winner of the Tri-Series, and it's been a great series. It's been exciting. They've got big crowds. It's at Ramui Park, which is in Ararangi. It's the Heather family's family oval. They've done a fantastic job, and you're in for a great game today because all our good players in the Cook Islands are here on show today. We got our cameras all set up, and it's going to be an interesting game. The team sheets are on the screen at the moment, and it'll be on for young and old very shortly. I think Tuamani is going to be our referee. I haven't seen him yet, but we're just waiting to see if he turns up. But it's been an exciting tournament, especially in the COVID-19 situation, but we're still having our local sport, our live sport, and they've come up with a great concept here at the Ararangi Football Club to play these three teams. There's a bit of a mixture in the teams, but we've got to make it up. And Fiji, I've been disappointed with them. I thought they would have been an exciting team, but the Samoan team has been fantastic, led by Feletti, number 7. They tell me in his younger days he was in the Samoa A team, and you can see the class of the man. And the Rarotongan players have got some really good footballers out there, and led by, we got two good captains today, Thomas Toe, number 6 in the Rarotongan team, and Feletti, number 7 in the Samoan team, and they lead by example. They're out front, and they're great footballers, and it'll be an interesting old game. We're just waiting for the start to come up. This is the Samoan war chant. All our Pacific Islands have got their own haka, or chant that they want to call it. Very passionate, very passionate. And it's going to be on for young and old very shortly. And they're pointing to their opposition, and it fires the game up. Logan led the chant. It's just like the New Zealand haka, but we got our own way of doing things. Samoa's got their own way of doing things. And the Rarotongan team probably laughing because they could do one themselves, but they're not going to, and it's bad luck because they're pretty good. But this gets the old blood flowing, and Samoans love a challenge. And if I have to pick a winner in this game, it'll be Samoa, because I know how passionate they are. And when you get all these blokes together, they don't want to lose. And I love it. But this is just before the game starts. I just want to thank our sponsor today, Bucket TV and Tarana FM 89.5 on our local dial. And we haven't got any other sponsors, but they're the two sponsors for the game. And it's Tuamani, the referee. He's in red. And the residents in the Cook Islands are playing in the Ararangi jumpers, in the red, yellow and black. And they're going right to left. That man with the headgear is Robert Heber Jr., and he's a great footballer, and you watch him, he'll give you a good day. It's a great, there's all our good players out there, so it'll be interesting. But this is a kick-off from the Cook Islanders. Daniel Toe's the captain of the Sea Eagles, our local team. Been around for a long time. It's his brother Thomas who's the captain. His nephew is on the bench, and another brother's number 8 in the lot, David. So the Toes are all there. It's a good run there. Ball's back inside. This is Samoan at the best. Just throwing the ball around, running the ball. Great tackle. That's a great tackle. Right around the bootlaces. And that was from Matt Maui. Supposed to be the... I can only go on the numbers that I got. So that's Matt Maui. And it's started at a good speed, this game. They're down on just near the sideline. They're retaining the ball. That's James in the contact. They're after the ball, but Samoa's over the top, but Rarotonga's pinched it, but he's come from the side. And it's an interesting old game, this one. It's a beautiful location, Ramui Park. The Hebbers have done a fantastic job. To me, it's our best football field. We're going to have a kick for penalty here. It'll be Viga, or Viga, however you want to pronounce it. But it's a good picture, and I hope you're going to get it on the live stream. If not, you can pick it up on Bucka TV's website, and it'll be on there for eternity probably. And if you want to record it or watch it again, the players watch it all the time. I've got to be careful with my saying anything bad. They say, "Hey Pop, you said something bad about me," and I laugh, and they laugh. But that's the way we play the game here. But this guy's a very reliable kicker on his day, and they've got 2 or 3 kickers in this team, and he's a very serious young boy, this one. Very capable, very deliberate with what he does, and it never looked like missing. You know when it's a good kick, the linesmen don't even move. So it's 3-0 in Samoa's favour. And here we go. Here's Daniel again, number 10. There's some good footballers out there. Up we go. We had a few controversies last week's game against Fiji. We had a couple of yellow cards and a red card, but I don't want to get into that because you upset people and they really take it out on you. Bartu's taking the ball into contact. That's Thomas, number 8. Oh, sorry, David, that's the other brother. I'm sure it's a brother. Oh, good solid tackle, that one, but it's got to be in front. Forward pass. And our referees don't get any help from the TMO or things like that. And Papa Moore, Tuamania, he's a good referee. He's getting a bit slow with age, but technically he's our best referee, and he don't miss too much. But you can see the ground's in beautiful condition. It really looks well. As a credit to the family out here. So it's a Samoan ball. James is going to feed it. He's talking to the locker. Talking to the lock. The ball's out. Up they go. Good run, but there's nobody with him. And he's going to be isolated, this man. He's going to be lucky to get away with this one. Little knock on. James is telling the linesman that went back. The referee's made the call and he said it's gone forward. So it's going to be another scrum and feed to Cook Island residents. But this has been a great concept, this. And I hope we do it in the league, and I hope it continues on, because the people in the Cook Islands want to see these players playing for their country of origin, and they've all been here for a long time, and they're married and they've got kids here, and they're really cemented into the community here in the Cook Islands. And there's some great footballers out there. We haven't got too many facilities. The ball's in a good solid scrum. Out it comes. Out. Daniel's going to settle the light. Those outside men are offside. It's been well taken. Good run. They're over the ball. The Samoans are very good. They're very classy at covering up the ball. That was a forward pass, that one, as you can tell by the way through it. But they're the little things that we just go with. There's another kick down the side, and this man's going to be in trouble because he's isolated and he's kicked it out or run it out, but it hasn't gone out. And the residents of the Cook Islands are scrapping for the ball. There's a hand in the ruck. So we've got a penalty going to the Cook Islanders. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Thomas is the captain. He'll make the call. Knowing Tom, he's asking all his old hard heads, let's put a scrum down, let's try and do something serious about it. We're going to have a line out. 3-0 in the favour of the Samoans. And it's exciting, this stuff. Up they go. Tom's got the ball, he don't miss too many. When you got a man jumping like that, he's just good value. The Samoans trying to go over the top of the ball. There's an advantage to, he's got his hand up. The Samoans have come away with it, but he had the hand up to the advantage to the Rarotongans. Big long pass, and it's just not going anywhere. There's a good chase because there's nobody home. The referees pull it up, bringing it back. But as you can see from our picture, the ground's in superb condition, and I love this place. It's just a family orientated Heathers, one of our great companies on the island. That's from the original Knock On. This is Jason, plays for the Tupapa Panthers, good footballer, probably the fittest man out there. Daniel had to wait for the pass, he's got the men coming up on the inside, the Samoans have covered it up pretty good. Letty's got his charges up. Big run from Tulu. Great young footballer. He's going to mature into a good footballer, that boy. He's only 21. Big Stanley. Stanley's a powerhouse when he gets the, I think he's 150, 160 kilos. It's very hard to stop if you get a bit of speed up. The ball's out wide. Good run out wide. They've got a man out wide going for the corner. And that'll be an interesting call. The Lions lady said he's in, so that makes it 5-3. And to me it looks like Peter Masters, but I might be wrong. Peter Masters is number 22, so it'll be interesting. The kick from the sideline, so it's 5-3. And tonight we've got the big game between the All Blacks and the Argentinians, and the Argentine men have got to be a little bit careful because when the All Blacks are wounded they come out firing, and I would imagine I'll probably put 40 points on them. No, that's the clubhouse in the background. It's a good venue, this one. If you ever come over here and you need something for your family reunion or family gathering, you can always speak to the people at the Araragi Club and they'll do their best to facilitate you. This is the best side for Daniel to kick from. He does a lot of practice from this side. Gets it up nice and high. Oh, great kick, Daniel. Great kick. I thought it was going to go across the front. But it's 7-3. The Rarotongan residents are in front. But I think this game will go right down to the wire. It'll be a try here, a try there, and whoever's in front at the end of the day is going to win this. But there's been no blowouts. The Fijians have lost 2 games, one by 1 point, one by 2 points, I think. And it's been a great competition. Off we go. Vegas put the ball up, been knocked on, That's Gaz. It's home ground.
Vodafone Islands on my left, not far from Auntie Whalen selling top-ups.
7-3 in favour of the black, red and yellows, which is the Ararangi club colours. The other one is the Bulldogs colours, but we can't afford to buy jumpers, so we just borrow from the clubs. And the clubs, all the clubs have got players in these things, and they're quite happy to help. Jason's got the ball in. Good. The scrums have been solid, although the Samoans are trying to get it, but they got it away. There's a kick, and it's gone. Good, smart football, but he's in trouble. Daniel's got the ball, and they're off. 14's got the ball out, and there's a great try from a mistake. Great try from a mistake, but that's just a silly little. If that had come off, it would have been good, but it didn't come off, and the Samoans have paid a heavy price for that one. It's in the corner, and Daniel's going to take another shot at goal. 12-3, but it's a long way to go. It's funny, I've got a lot of, Daniel's a good mate of mine, and he's a good fella, and he's been a great footballer for a long time here. His goal kicking from the sidelines is nearly perfect. It's when he gets in front, he misses them. But I'd say he'd nearly kick this one too, because I've seen him practice a lot, and he takes most of his kicks from the sideline. He's got a beautiful drift on the ball, and at 12-3, the local Cook Islanders are just poking along, doing it nicely. But they've had all the ball too. But that was a silly mistake, and it's cost them 5 points. And Folletti won't be happy about that. He doesn't say much, but he'll lead from the front. It's a good shot of the ball. He moves in. He's got it up high, and it's over. Great kick, Daniel.
Samoa 3.
So it's 14-3 to Rarotonga, and they'd be pretty happy with what's happening. They've had all the ball, but don't write off the Samoans, because Samoans are fighters. And this is Viger. They'll be see it's Folletti behind him, and they're all offside, but nobody worries about that in the modern game now. They're all standing still. That's Tulu. That's Jerome over the ball. That's Robert Heather. That's a great run. That's a great run. That's Talinga. Nice high kick. Knocked it back. See what they're going to try and see the line there, the resident, and there's a knock on there. What a mistake. What a mistake. Folletti's got the ball, he wouldn't be happy, but he'll lead from the front. It's pretty hot, very humid in Raro at the moment, but we've just come off our Cook Island games in the Rarotongan 9s and the Rarotongan 7's been two good tournaments, so this is just a run off from that. Jason's got the ball, in it goes, good solid scrum. It's going to the right, pass out wide. Good pass. Good pass. That was Matt Maui, number 15. Great tackle. Oh, they're into it. It's all Rarotonga at the moment. They're over the top. This is where Big Stanley is. They need him in there to make a big run from 5 metres out, or the other big front rower. And that's Big Stanley, but they got hold of him very quickly. But he's got to be moving up onto the ball. That's Big Tulu. He's a big lad, and he's fighting for all the inches he can get. Just short of a line. Out it goes wide. Good solid tackle. Lost the ball, it went backwards. Stanley's got hold of it. And it's come away. The Samoans are off. He's looking for a bit of help. Got it out wide. There's a kick being put in, and there's a race for the ball down the corner. He's got a good bounce, maybe. But we're coming back. Must be from a linesman's call. Offside. And I think the Rarotongan team would be happy to come up with that, because it looked like the Samoans were going to do something then. So we've got a penalty going to the residents of the Cook Islands, right on just short of the halfway mark. And the forwards are having a bit of a chat, obviously what they're going to do once they get the ball out. So Daniel will take the kick. So it's going to be a good kick. Oh, he's gone out, unlucky. He's taken the ball, but he's trod on the line. So we're going to have a line out, a couple of metres out from the Samoan try line. I think the Samoans will be happy to get off the field at half time to reset their plans. It's 14-3 on our scoreboard. It's another one of our innovations that we've brought in, because we haven't got a lot of technical machinery here, and we're just trying to do our best. So it's not straight. And it was a good opportunity for the Rarotongans. So we've got a scrum going down. It's going to be a Samoan scrum and feed. And we need one of these Samoan boys to stand up and be counted, because they're just being outplayed at the moment. And in the background you can see our netball setup with the heavy foundation here. They've done the courts up, they've got shoulders, they've got seats, and it's a great complex here. And as you can see, the Vodafone is our telecommunications company here, and they've got their little flags up all over the place. We've got a scrum going down, and I'd say we're not far out of halfway, but the game's a long way off yet, because Samoans have been very resilient in their first game. Jason's tried to kick the ball out of the way, but they've got the ball away. It's been well taken. He's going to be isolated, he's going to be in trouble. There's going to be a penalty, it's got to be a penalty. Bad pass, put more pressure on them. And the Samoan team's got to cut out their little mistakes, and they'll be a lot better off. Oh, Logan was on the fly, but he didn't get the ball. Tom's got hold of him, Tom's number 8. They got the ball out wide, that's Oswald. Samoan's on the attack. Picked up, pick and go. And he's looking for some help. And he's going to get over here. And that's Viga. Great try against the run of play. Drums are playing. That's 14-8. Kick to come. And that's the sort of, they just need a bit of luck, the Samoans, to just get back in the game before half time. And they've got some brilliant players, and you can see they're all worn out. That's Folletti and Jeff Magelli and Vigo, and they're all great footballers over here. Very humid. But on his kicking so far, that should be an easy shot for our number 10, Mr. Vigo. Mr. Vigo. Not many men on this island. You can say put your house on, but every time this boy kicks for goal, you can nearly put your house on it, because he won't let you down. Excuse me. Very deliberate. That makes it 14-10. We've got a game of football on our hands.
Samoa 10, Cook Islands 14.
That come against the run of play, but that's just the luck that the Samoans needed. Maybe the Rarotongan team taking their foot off the pedal at the moment. You can't afford to do that. Robert Heber Jr. is telling everybody to get into position. It's Daniel kicking off again. Nice high kick. Down in the corner, looking for a mistake. Great front on tackle. That was a big tackle, that one. That was number Tua, according to my sheet. That's the sort of mistake you don't want. Samoa's just got to cut out their mistakes in the second half and they'll do alright, but every time they look like doing something, they just put the ball down or do something silly, and you can't do that in this game. A mistake always costs you points. Jason's organising his people. That's the Samoan reserves walking past, they're all warmed up. Power's up for the residents. Good solid scrum. Well, Hill back out to Daniel. Bad pass. That's gone to, I'm sure that's Peter Masters in the 12. And there's a beautiful dummy, but I fell for it. But the Samoan cover man didn't fall for it. And the ball's there. They need some help here. Daniel's there. Jason's telling everybody where to go, out wide. They've got to set up Big Stanley or Big Tulu here, the two front rowers, and they could get over for another try before half time. There's Stanley, he's in front of the ball, so going back for the penalty, high shot. The way the scrum's going, I would say that I think I'd probably take a tap. If it was me, I'd be putting down a scrum. John Varno's hooking it for the Rarotongans, number 2. Going for the sideline. Going for the sideline, so we're going to have a line out, probably 3 metres out. It's a Raro throw, so they've got to secure the line out. We'll probably go to Tom, number 8, with the headgear. He's a reliable jump, up he goes, don't miss many. He's like a seed goal on a chip. Don't miss too many. And they're trying to rumble it over. They're going sideways at the moment. And Oswald's out there, and I think it's his brother. Both got blonde hair. One's number 22 and the other one's Aussie is number 5. Sorry, Oswald. I can't see him, but he's out there. Oz is number 5 and his brother's number 21. And the other good thing about our games over here, we have a lot of family. Brothers, cousins, uncles, they all play together. And James, number 9 for the Samoans, is saying it's not straight, they're pushing sideways. Jeff Magelli, the ANZ man with the headband in the front, telling the referee that it wasn't me, boss. Very crucial scrum this. They've got to come up with the ball, the Samoans. They've got to stay in this game. It's getting close to half time. It's 14-10. They can't afford to go down again. Here we go, scrumming around. And it's a penalty. The Rarotongan team's going sideways. They must have been one of the front rowers, one of the two of them. Didn't come straight. That's a bit of a relief for the Samoans. But the pressure's still there. They're only 10 metres out, 15 metres out. And they've got to try and pinch this ball. Going to go down the back, and misread it. Wasn't straight. That's what you can't afford to do, Samoa. But if they can hang in there till half time at 14-10, we're going to have a great second half. It'll be very tough and very dour. But all these players know each other backwards. A lot of them play together and they know their good points and their bad points, and it's very hard to play against teams that you know like backwards. So Jason's the halfback, Tom's the lock, number 8. They both play at 2 poppers, so they know their calls. Tom's shielded the ball, got it out wide. Daniel's from the Sea Eagles, there's a big run. That's a good run coming across the back. Great tackle from Folletti. Not on his feet, so they'll have a shot for goal, I'm sure. Can't complain, the referee's doing a good job. So at 14-10, not far off drinks time. Another 3 points will be a big, it'll be a big help at the end of the day. But Nate, number 8, talking to his brother number 10, and it'll be an interesting old day, this one. Number 2 is John Varno. He's a 2-popper man. And these are, as I said earlier, these are the kicks that worry me with Daniel. It's in front. You would think it's, you know, an easy kick, but these are the ones that he can miss, and I don't want to put the moz on him because he's a good bloke. Been around for a long time. Never looked like missing. So that's a handy break. 17-10. Bega's down there. He's ready to go, but the rest of them aren't there yet. Ref says wait. The linesman's not ready. Now she's ready. Up we go. Nice high kick. Oh, they're lucky to come away with that. Tom's got the ball. He's gone down. They're all over him, but they've secured the ball here. The Rarotonga team. Out it comes. Daniels put the ball down the middle of the field. That's off the knees. This is Lecky. Great run, but a great tackle right around the ankles. That's from Big Tulu. There's Logan. Logan, a wild man. Logan Peronisi. Haven't seen him for a while. That's number one's got the ball out wide. And it's play on. And they're off, but I'm sure it was a knock on. The ref said play on. That's Johnny Penu scoring a crowd try. They're all complaining about it, but the referee's got it right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we acknowledge the presence of the New Zealand High Commissioner in-house. We'd like to say thank you, Mother, to our sponsors, the people that...
Great crowd in here. There's been great crowds all through this tournament. And it's our inaugural Tri-Nations tournament. Hopefully we can have it in the league. I know we've got our Raro Sevens next week, and that's always a great attraction. We've got women and the younger players. Fletty's asking the referee, and I don't blame him, because I thought if it was a knock on, I don't know how come the Samoans have come up with it, but he's had a good game to him, Popamore, so I'm not going to argue with him. I get into too much trouble criticising the referees, so just go with the call. So we've got a line out. It's a Samoan throw in, and it's their line out. And they just need a bit of luck here. They need to get the ball, and they need to come up with something special. They're all on the go, but the ball didn't come in. The throw's complaining. Coletti's taken a short ball. It hasn't gone 5 metres. So we're going to have a scrum go down. Coletti's trying to rally his troops. He's a great leader, this man. 2 good captains out there, actually. Thomas from the Rarotongans and Coletti from the Samoans. Very experienced men, good friends of mine, but they're good blokes and they're good footballers, and they lead from the front. Last week, Coletti scored all the points for Rarotonga to get home with a win, and that's not a bad effort. There's a left foot kick, and I don't blame them kicking to these guys because they make a lot of mistakes, and that's his call for a mark. Hasn't gone very far. And they're all complaining about something down the field, especially Logan, but so we've got a line out. $15 metres out, well taken, well picked up, and there's a big chance out wide. This is a good run down the middle, great run, that's John Penu, I think. Yeah, John Penu is a good footballer. They're only a metre out from the try line, and he's just short of the line. So we've got a penalty going to the Samoan team. They'd love to get some points on the board before half time. Into the middle of the field. Folletti will try and get over himself, and he's a great footballer, this man. He's a great captain and he's a great leader. That makes it 15-17. Rarotonga's still in front. But that's the sort of play you want from your captain and your best player, and he's a good footballer. And the important thing is you've got to understand with our players, like I was talking to Folletti yesterday morning while he was working at 8 o'clock in the morning. They've got to do their day's work, then they've got to come and play football. And to switch your brain from work to football, it's not easy. So he's leading from the front.
Thank you, Thomas.
And our water boys running on the field with typical Islander, no shoes. So it's 15-17. If you can kick this, it'll make it 17 all, and that'll be a good score to go into the drink break with.
Good to have these people on board for next year.
And I'm sure if the Samoan team can cut down on their mistakes, they can just about win this game.
Like I said before,
but it's going to be right down to the wire.
It's just a pilot program, but we seem to have a lot of interest, so we're hoping to have it annually.
They're off trying to chase it down, and it's unsuccessful. So 17-15 in favour of the Rarotongans in the black, red and yellow bands. They're the Ararangi Cowboys, or the John, or whatever they call themselves out there in Union and League.
Come on board and support the Tri-Nations. See, we have the High Commissioner from New Zealand. So
had no ball, the Rarotongans lately. It's been all Samoa.
In regards to sponsorship for next year.
Daniel's kicking off. Nice high kick. Looking for a mistake. Come up all right. Good, safe football from the Samoans. They've got an advantage here. I'm sure the referee's got his arm out for something. He's off. This is Captain Courageous. Too far for him to run, and there's nobody with him. Got the ball away. Oh, he's knocked that on. He's knocked it on. And that was Gaz Heather. But that's the sort of thing that Folletti can do. Tom's complaining on the result of it, but the referee's sticking with it. But in our games, you're always going to have discussions with the players and the referees. As long as they treat the referee with respect, the referee will talk to them. But as soon as you get past that line, the refs don't like too much back chat. Jason's going to put the ball in. It's 17-15 in favour of the Rarotongans. It's in the middle. The scrum's been very solid. Oh, bad pass. Daniel had to go back and pick it up, otherwise it would have. Oh, there's a knock on from the Samoans, and off they go. And there's another one. The ball's all over the place. Getting a bit scrappy. But he's awarded a scrum to the Rarotongan team with the approval of the lines lady. She nodded her head, so she's happy with the call. Robert Heather's telling everybody to get in the positions. They must have a move set up here. It can only go one way from there. It's got to come out to the left because they're too close to the sideline. That's a Rarotongan ball.
Company food, selling cheap at $10.
17-15. I'm impressed with our little scoreboard up on the top of our screen, and we've got the flags up there. And that's the Samoan flag on the left and the Rarotongan, well, the Cook Island flag on the right. And it's a good picture, beautiful afternoon, and you should be happy if you're picking this up on our live stream or pick it up later on off YouTube. Oh, terrible pass. And there's a big high kick. You can see there's a lot of cloud in the sky. It's going backwards. It's going to go, and that's half time, I think. Yeah, that'll be half time. So we'll be back shortly for the second half.
Our game and the score remains Samoa.
Right, we're back for the second half, and we're into it, and the Rarotongan's got the ball. They're bringing it up. The score's 17-15, and I just want to thank our sponsors for this game. It is Bucker TV with Dave Rue for running the show, and 89 is a knock on. And that's a bad mistake, but he's coming back, and they're all offside, so it's a penalty to the Rarotongans. And 89.5 on the FM dial, and we've got an injury here just short of a halfway line. And it's been a good game. The referee's done a good job, and I think the Cook Island Rugby Union should be proud of what they're producing at the moment. The broadcasters are good, the pitch is good, the innovation's good, and I know it's been picked up by Pacifica TV in New Zealand, and they should be happy with what they're doing. We've got a 2-camera shoot, and we've come a long way in a very short time, and we're producing. I'm proud of what we're producing here, and it's pretty good stuff. For what we were doing earlier on a couple of years ago, it was pretty ordinary. But we're doing a good job here. We've got limited facilities and we've got limited everything, but the players are doing a good job. That looks like John Pennu's hurt his back, but John's a tough lad. He works for Cook Island General Transport, so I'm sure he works there, and he'll have to turn up, because if he don't get paid. That's Daniel kicking for the line. It's a great kick too. 20 metres out from the from the Samoan try line. We got a line out. That's Paul Peru on that side. Got his arm out, his flag's waving, he's telling him to get on side. And the Samoans have got a Tom's up early, but he don't miss much. But I think he was up too early. That's a Samoan ball. That man that just went through your screen then, Talinga Henry, number 13, he's had a good game. I'm sure that's Peter Masters in the 12. He's a good footballer. But I like our football here. We've got some really good, solid footballers. Our game's not flat out fast like you see on New Zealand or Australia, but gosh, it's a tough game. Jason's thrown it, the Neville nobody out. Peter's a good footballer. Look for somebody, there's nobody with him. And he's taking the ball down. They'll be, hanging on. He had no support. And that's Paletti. He's off again. He's trying to get Samoa on the front foot. Here they go. Inside ball. They're over the top. That is the right call. The man over the ball had the rights to it. And that was Rapona. And they'll kick for goal, I think. Yes. At 17-15. They need the points. There's John Barno probably given Daniel a bit of advice how to kick goals. Thomas is sitting there. They're both from the Tupapa Panthers, those boys. And they're good fellas. They're good footballers. Daniel's from the Sea Eagles. Been there for a long time. And it looks like the Water Boys junior from the Fijian team, but he's always there to help everybody. It's a good camaraderie here in the game. It gets a bit testy in some of the games, but after the game they all sit down, have a laugh and a giggle, and they're best of friends. So these are the kicks that worry me with Daniel, and I hope I don't put the moz on you, Danny. But when he's on, he's a 95% kicker, and when he's off, he's a 5% kicker. But it's 17-15, and he needs this to go over. He knows it's important. If he misses, it's got to go dead. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean, Daniel. I hate to say it, mate, but I've seen that happen so many times. It just didn't go over. I got a 22 dropout, but the good thing is it went dead, and the Rarotongans will come up with the ball, maybe. Ziga's got the ball. And gosh, it's a good clear picture, and I hope you're enjoying it. Good high kick. There's no wind around, and here we come. Here we come. Good run into the centre. The Samoans are hunting for the ball. Jason's got the ball, and they're going to kick it again. Up high, looking for a mistake. Beautiful skyline. And here we go. He's going to get isolated. Oh, he's in trouble. They're going to hold him up. So the ref's got no choice. They're going to put a scrum down. It's got no choice. Bad mistake. Bad mistake. But he's been caught out a couple of times, Vega. So we're off again. Toto's number one in the Samoan team. Good solid front rower. Works for Super Brown, or used to. I think he still does. He's a good bloke. There's a few replacements coming on. James is on the wrong side, the Samoan halfback now is on the right side. Jason's got the ball. The big push is on from the Samoans, it's not straight. And they're standing up, they're taking a quick tap. Tom's off, he's looking for his runners. Out wide. Oh, his foot's gone out. Toto's done well, number one, to get over there. Fletty's looking for a quick line out. I don't know what's going on here. 5 metre line out. Number 20. Number 20. No, that's not Tutoa. That's number 4, Jerome. They come up with the ball and off they go. And Vega knows, put a big kick in. Oh, and that's what they're looking for. That's what they're looking for, that mistake. And you don't make too many mistakes to number 15 for Rawarangi or Rarotonga. And I got him down as Matt Maui. He's a good footballer. And this is a big chance for the Samoans to get into this game. The score's 17-15. And they'd love to be the next one to score, even if it's a penalty. It'll be the first time they sort of get to the front for a long time. Lecky's number 8, plays for Arvitu, he's a Tongan boy. And I think you'll find he'll probably take the ball and run it. He's a good ball runner. Oh, that'll be interesting. I think he might have knocked that on. Yeah, he's knocked it on. Can't afford to make mistakes like that. Pretty hot out there, very humid. Our players carry a lot of bandages because we don't have too much in the facility department of injuries. John Varno's been replaced by a hooker. I don't know who it is. I'll try and pick him up later on. You know him, he's got a white with a green bandage around the top of his head there. James is there, he's had a good solid game. Clyde Nicholas is telling everybody what to do. Some good footballers, they're very solid men, these fellas out here. The Rarotongans have secured the ball. Out it comes. Daniel's kicking for the line. And it's gone out right on the 25-metre mark. I don't think the players like to have lineouts right on the line because it's too easy for the referee to judge whether it's straight or not. Referee's had a good game. One of our senior men. So it's a Samoan throw-in, up they go. Went to Neville nobody. Tom tried to tap it back. Peter Masters, they're playing handball. Viga's over the top. So we'll come back to the original error. Not straight. And the Samoans inviting the Rarotongans into the danger area. Good clean game. Jeff Magelli, the ANZ bank man's a bit slow getting there. They need a quick ball out of a scrum, the Rarotongans. Get it out to their fast men out wide, see what they can do. Out is a good push from the Samoans. He's got it out. Daniel had to wait for the ball. Peter Masters is off, but they got hold of him. And he's got him for being offside. Down to the corner. Oh no, it's not going to the corner, it's going to be a kick for goal. I thought the way Tom was looking, he was looking to get down there to attack. But Tom's an old dog on a hard road, he knows 3 points is better than nothing. And at 17-15, could be a winning break. Number 17's there, that's looks like Josh Cafferty. But that's not what's on my sheet. That's a better kick, Daniel.
Cook Islands 20, Samoa 15.
That never looked like missing, that one. Never looked like missing. So it's 20-15. And they've just got their nose in front. But there's nothing in this game, and I think it'll go right down to the wire. And Samoans, number 17's come on. Number 17 is, I think they call him George. Looks like Big Stanley coming up the middle, got the ball back. A little kick over the top, being well picked up. James, a good little football, covers up everything around the back. It's Oswald, number 22. Oh, great run, right down the middle, laid the ball back. That's Big George. I might be wrong, but it looks like him. Sometimes our numbers are wrong. Out they come again. They're trying to pull. This is a set move. They're looking for the bounce. The Rarotongans have got to get there and cover it up. And they've done that. They've done a good job. Going to go for the kick. Didn't gain much ground, but they covered it up. And there's a bit of push and shove. John says, leave me alone, there's 4 of yous. I don't want to get involved. There's a bit of feeling getting into the game, which is good. There's a shoulder charge from one of the Samoans, indicated by the referee. I don't knock him, he's had a good game, Papa Moore. Everybody's nodding their head, so they all agree with the decision, especially the Rarotongans. But the Samoans have got to try and get this ball and get something going, because the game's just drifting along and they've got to leave an extra score to get into this game. So they've come up with the ball, the Samoans. Out wide. Good ball from Clive. Here's Vega. He's got up, he's played the ball forward. Everything's good. Back here. Back into the forwards. Samoa's getting a bit of a roll on here. Here we go. Great run. Ball's back. They're offside. James has taken a quick tap. He's got the ball out. That's Big Jeff. Jeff's gone for the line. He needs some help. He needs some help. James. This is Folletti. He's the danger man. He's going to push himself over. And he's over. Held up, knock on. Don't know what that is. It's a shark fin single. So it must have been a knock on right on the line. And they dodged the bullet there. But Folletti's the sort of captain that he knows they've got to score. So he tries to do it himself, and he's a good footballer. Way past his best, but still very cunning and very smart, and he's got a great football brain. So we've got a scrum going down a metre or two from the Rarotongan try line. Jason's got the ball, so we'll be looking for his kicker. Daniel's right behind. He's right behind. That's Thomas's. Jason's put the ball up. Well caught, bad pass. Vega's dodged a couple. He's dodged a couple of bullets. He's got underneath a couple. They're trying to hold him up, but he's laid the ball back. And this is the big chance for all the Samoans to get right down here. And they're fighting for every inch of the ground. Here we go. Oh, he should have passed it. He's going to get isolated. No, they've arrived. They've arrived. They've got the ball back. Good football from the Samoans. And the referee's he's letting play go on. And there's number 7. Tom's trying to call his men over. The defence is good. And here we go again with a big run into the middle. He's over the line, he's been pushed back. There's bodies everywhere. and we don't have a TMO, so we can't work out who's done what. He's at number 11, oh, he's been hit with a rocket up high, but he's got them all offside. He could have got him for that high shot then. There's a penalty, and the Samoans are doing all right here. James has got the ball, he's got the big forwards running in. They're trying to hold him up and he's over, I think. And it's a try. They needed that. And that looks like Big Oswald, Aussie, an honorary Samoan, done well. And he'd be laughing to himself, so that makes it 20 all. He's a warrior, this man. Got a lot of injuries, got bad knees. Very brave footballer. 20 all. Kick to come. And he should be well within the range of Mr. Vega. Very cool and calm lad, this boy. Doesn't say much. Lets his football do the talking. Played at a few clubs. He's played for Tupapa, Takavani, probably even Ararangi, I'd say. But he's just a machine, this boy. If you ever got a flat tyre, go and see him at BNT tyre place at Tupapa. He's always there. He won't talk, he smiles a lot. Moves in. Never look like missing. So it's 22-20. Samoa's in front. Now it's just going to be a battle to see who can hang in there. The Rarotongans have been very disappointed because they really have been the better team. And they've just eased off a couple of times, and the Samoans are just good enough to take advantage of it. We're having a few replacements. It's a beautiful afternoon in sunny downtown Rarotonga, and you can see there's a big crowd there. The ground is in superb condition. It's a little bit humid, but it's a good afternoon for football. And in all these pictures you can see the captain of the Samoans is in all the pictures. Runs, oh, great run that one, but he's going to get isolated. Vega's put the ball up. Big long kick, they've got to chase it back. It's going to go dead, so it goes way back. Number 14 slipped over. He was going to get the ball and get it down there, and he slipped over. So that's another little mistake that the Samoans have made, and it's put the power back into the Rarotongans' petrol tank. It's a mixed up team, the Samoans. They've had to drag a few fellas in from their different clubs, but they're all playing as a team and they're leading 22-20. All the Rarotonga's got to do is try and get a hold of a ball and just play good solid football, get down into an attacking position. Peter Masters, oh, he's been sacked by Folletti. They're trying to turn the ball over, the Samoans. And they've come in on the side, the Rarotongans, because the Samoans were getting the better of them. And that's my man. He's had a great game, Sione Licky, number 4, if that's his number. Good kick. Gosh, that's a good kick. Samoans are taking their time. They're probably having a little chat down there to try and work out what they're going to do. Here they come, the men in blue. They know where it's going. They've tried this move before. He's so cool. Coletti just stands there. Tom's come up with the ball, the other captain, and they're leading from the front. Out they come. Daniel's going to put it up in the air, looking for a mistake down this other end of the field. Never looked like Johnny's a good footballer. He's off. Got a lot of speed. He's got the winger with him, but he hasn't used him, and oh, he should have used him because he had plenty of men there. And they've got the ball, but the Cook Islanders, the Rarotongans have slowed it down. They're right on the try line. Oh gosh, it's slow football. He's got the ball back. Oh, Viga's got the ball. That looks like Logan. Oh, hasn't got enough power. Yes, it is. Hand in the ruck. Oh. Logan says, help me up. Been a good solid game, this one. Viga loves this. Right out in front. He doesn't have any problems kicking them from in front. 22-20. This could be an easy 3 points for Samoa. Just want to thank our sponsors on the day, Bucket TV and 89.5 on the FM dial. Moves in, and it's over. 25-20. And this has been a great tournament. This good idea. I think it's come from the Aorangi Football Club. Let's play a bit of football. Lead into the 7th tournament next week. And it'll keep these players in pretty good nick for next Friday and Saturday. We've got our Rara 7s, which normally has a lot of teams from New Zealand and even from Australia, but because of the travel restrictions, it's only going to be the Cook Island teams, and they're just trying to play it safe now, the Samoans. That's James Strickland down the middle. Viga's put up a little kick. He's trying to find a bit of space here, and he's got it out. Great kick. He's got a bad knee too, Mr. Viga. He's had a bad knee for a long time, but he was the second man up on the spot to try and challenge the taker of the ball, but it's gone out. 25-20. And this tri-series, I think we'll be seeing a few of these in the near future. I think the players like it, and the fans like it, and our live streaming goes all over the Pacific, covers through Pacifica in New Zealand, and they show it all over the place. And if we can get a few more PNG players here, we could have a 4-series team. We're in the middle of the field, it's a turnover, and the Samoans are just getting on top here now. They've got the ball. There's a great run, but they're over the top again, the Samoans. James had a good game. He's controlled the game really well, the number 9. He's there, always on the ball. And Viga's gone for a field goal, but he looks like he's off balance. Gone over. That's 28-20.
Drop goal successful. Samoa 28, Islands 20.
28-20, and the Rarotongans, I think, are shot ducks. It's been a very good win to the Samoan team. They were in all sorts of trouble early. They were always behind, and they've come up and they've got in front here, and they're doing all right. This man's been the star today. His kicking's been exceptional. There's a kick to nowhere. His trouble. His trouble's Lecky. Lecky's looking for his fast men, and they're off. Great run, great tackle. A bit slow getting there, the Samoans. Oh, great tackle. He's going for another field goal, but that one was way off. That was way off. But the Rarotongans looking a little bit wobbly at the moment. 28-20. A lot of heavy breathing out there. It's been very humid, very warm. Been played in good spirit, this game. Everybody's telling Daniel to kick for the clubhouse so we can get in there. Oh, big run. That's a big run, and I've got that. It's not John Pierre. Looks too big for Johnny. Johnny's a friend of mine, but I don't think that was John. But I got him as number 19, John Pierre, so see what happens. Letty's trying to do a bit of a dance. They're trying to hold him up, but they're over the ball. They're playing, they've pinched it. Tom's had a cracking game for Rarotonga. Robert Heather's over the ball, protecting him. And there's a left-footed kick way down. Way down. Here's Johnny Penu. John's a very quick runner. He'll chase the ball. He's kicked it. And he will chase it. And he'll be down there as quick as anybody. Oh, he's missed him, but he's set a great tackle, the second one. But Saletti's trying to find a way through the middle. No, it's number 2. It's going to be a Samoan ball, and it's all Samoa at the moment. Great run down the middle. They're playing good football at the moment. Playing good football, Samoa at the moment. Oh, there's a big run in after the ball. They're trying to ruck over the top, and I think they've come up with the ball. In from the side, over the top, whatever he's called it. It's the right call. There's Robert Heather giving somebody a little nudge. Dawn, our lineswoman, does a good job. There's an injury right on the halfway mark. 28-20, and while we've got this break in play, we've got our Raro Sevens next week in the National Stadium. It'll be covered by Bucket TV. It's on Friday and Saturday. It'll be live streamed on Saturday for sure. And no doubt we'll have a lot of viewers there because our tournament normally that's our showcase tournament for the year. But with the pandemic, COVID-19, we've got no teams from overseas, but our local teams will put on a good show. So we'll see what happens next week. He's played well, this big fella with the long hair. Goes straight, he only knows one way to run. He's got hands in the ruck. Hands in the ruck. They're 8 points behind, they're trying to make up the difference. Number 17's Puppy. Great take, bad ball off the top. Out wide, they've got to get somebody to go forward. Samoa's defence has been impregnable at the moment. They're really standing up to the Rarotongans. And the Samoans are good when they're in front. It's come loose. It's a Samoan ball, they're over the top. There's a little bit of a mix up there, but he went to try and kick it over the top. The Rarotongans have got the ball. Offside. I don't know how that works out, but go with the referee. Robert Heather's asking him, what'd you rule there? And Tua says, I got the whistle. When you retire, you can become a referee. And Vig is going to have a kick right on halfway, 10 metres out from the sideline. He's 50 metres and 1 foot. And this is not his sort of kick. I would not put my house on it, I wouldn't put any on it, because I don't think you can kick that far. He hasn't even got a big run up, so he must think he can kick it. It's not a good kick because if he doesn't kick it, the Rarotongans will get the ball. No, nowhere near close, but the good thing is they've chased it hard, they've come up with the tackle, and they're going to come up with a ball, the Samoans. And they're off. This is James Strickland. James is going to try and beat them all himself, and he's run into a big front-on tackle. So this is their big chance to run the ball out wide, but we get that big Tulu. And this boy, he's played well, this fella. He's played really well. He's looking for some help. He's pushed Vega off. He'll push him off again, but Vega's come again. That's gone the whole length of the field. Tulu's done well to get up there for a big front rower. And we're going to have a penalty here or a knock on. Knock on from the Samoans, in a good position for the Rarotongans. Ripped it out. Coletti's checking with the referee to see if he's got the right decision, but he's respectful, which is good. But we're getting down into the closing stages, and if they're going to have a close finish, they've got to do something off this scrum. The Rarotongans have got to come up with something. Out to Daniel. Out they come. Oh, there's intercept. There's some that looks like loose. Eliza. He's going to roll a knock on. John Penner's chased the ball all the way, but it's going to be a knock on way back here. (28-20). 28-20. Good entertaining game, good clean game. The referees had a good game. The Samoans had a good game. And the friendship's there. You couldn't be disappointed with that. It's been a good game, a good finish. And they're all mates. They're all mates, so it's been a good game of football. There's Richard, number 20. Got to be the oldest man on the field. Been a good footballer in his day. He's a Sea Eagles man. You see Tom's worn out. But they're all good friends. Rob Heather, Lecky, and they even patting the referee on the back, which you don't often see. No, it's been a good game of football, that one. It's been successful, and I think the Cook Island Rugby Union should try and build on that. There's Clyde Nicholas, Oswald, and some of our real good footballers from years gone by and young ones coming along. It's a good innovation. I hope they go with it, and I hope it comes up in the rugby league. It'll be a better game in the rugby league, I would imagine, this Tri-Nation series. And we'll see how it all turns out. I just want to thank our cameraman Dave. He's done a very special job, and the picture will look terrific on your television, and it'll be on, if you want to get a recording of it, you just got to go to Bucket TV, YouTube, and it'll be there, and all the other games we've done, and all the people in the Pacific and in the Polynesian countries. It'll come through Pacifica TV in New Zealand, and there'll be plenty of people to watch it, and you can watch it over again. The players will go home and watch it. They will come up to me tomorrow and say, hey, you got my name wrong, or that wasn't me that did this. And that's the coach for the Rarotongans in the background. That's Darren Peary, and he's a great coach. That's Logan laughing his head off. He's broken down like an old racehorse.